How's it going? My name's Nico. I go by COINTrick and cointricktwitch online. If you want to see more videos like this one, please remember to like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload another one of these videos. How's it going? My name's Nico. I go by COINTrick and cointricktwitch online. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a cocktail that we saw on TikTok.
Jelly, muddle it, vodka, rum, brandy, cointreau, add heat. Drink responsibly.
Definitely an interesting cocktail. There's a lot going on. So what kind of cocktail is it most like? This feels like a Long Island with stuff missing. I don't compare many drinks to Long Islands, but stick with me, all right? You're gonna use vodka, Cointreau, brandy. I'm using cognac instead of brandy, and then you're gonna be using rum. They don't have any measurements, so I'm gonna be doing 3/4 of each, because like I said before, this feels like it should be a Long Island recipe. Next, in the video, they used blue and red Jello. I could not find blue and red Jello, and they also didn't specify if those were Jello shots that had alcohol or if they were flavored or anything like that. I'm gonna be using one of these single little packs, but instead of using the whole thing, I'm probably gonna cut this in half and use about half of this thing. So this is all gonna go in the glass. There's no shaking or anything like that, or at least there isn't in the video. Let's put this drink together. I need to cut my Jello. There we go. The Jello is, it's like a tart sour cherry kind of smell and flavor to it. So it should, theoretically, it should come out something like a bramble, except that there's no acidity in this cocktail at all. So the first thing they have you do is they have you muddle this. They do it in the glass. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a disclaimer. Be careful when you're muddling anything inside of glass. So once you have that decently broken up, we're gonna add all of our liquor ingredients here. So like I said before, 3/4 ounce of everything. 3/4 of your Cointreau, 3/4 of your vodka, 3/4 of your brandy. I'm using cognac. You don't have to use cognac. It's kind of like a rectangle square situation. All cognac is technically brandy by the way it's made, but not all brandy is technically cognac. And then, finally, you're gonna add 3/4 ounce of your rum here. In the video, that's all you see them do, which is kind of staggering. So what is this? It smells really strong. It smells like a Long Island that you haven't added any sour mix or cola to. So let's add the heat like they do in the video. So I had a lot of chefs comment on my reaction to this video that you could get it to light on fire if you could get the liquid warm enough to aerosolize that alcohol so that it could light. I don't want to do that. I think the point of this is actually to warm up the glass. It's not to light this on fire. Because once the glass is warm, then you can add that sphere on top. And maybe it's just that I'm too afraid to get this really, really hot, but it's not getting that really cool, like convection funnel of fog. Or it could just be because I'm not using dry ice, which is another thing that they talk about in the video. It's the first thing I don't like about this cocktail is that you have to take the ice off of it to drink it, or you have to wait for it to melt, which can take a really long time, and then it's gonna kerplunk into your drink and send it splashing everywhere. So, cheers, let's see how this tastes. I don't say this a lot, but that's terrible. It does feel like a cocktail that's missing some stuff. There's no acid component eating through the sugars and the alcohol to make those easier and more palatable. There's no lengthener teasing the intense flavors so that they're not so strong up front and so that they don't linger so heavily. I feel like I'm still drinking it. So there are 3 things that we can do to we'll say fix this drink. We can add acidity. You could do that with sour mix as long as you don't have sweetener in there because this already has a lot of sweetener. I'm gonna try adding lemon juice. That's what I would recommend. The other thing that you can do is you can add lengthener in the form of either club soda as a topper, or you can turn this into an egg white cocktail, and that fluffy egg white should help make those really intense flavors significantly softer. We're gonna do all 3 of those things. So one more thing that I'm gonna change about this drink. I am actually gonna shake some of these things because one of the main things going wrong in the original recipe is that there's no form of dilution. That's why everything is so intense, and you have so much sweetener and so much alcohol that shaking it and then adding egg whites in a topper shouldn't really change how this tastes. Let's measure out all those same alcoholic ingredients. I'm I'm still happy doing 3/4 an ounce of everything. Now we're gonna put our Jello in here. Gonna go ahead and muddle that up while I can. And since this isn't in the ice, I can go to town. I can just muddle the absolute hell out of this. So one of the additions we're making is we're adding an acidic component. I'm gonna be using lemon juice to measure this out. Since there's so much sweetener, I'm actually gonna do a whole ounce of the lemon juice. All right, now we're gonna add some egg whites. So we're gonna do a reverse dry shake, which means we're gonna add the ice first, then strain it, and then shake it again. Quick trick I learned from a bar in Washington, D.C. called Silver Lien. Adding a little bit of club soda when you're shaking with your egg whites should make a more even and creamier foam. So I'm gonna add it on the second shake. Club soda. Get rid of your ice. And then let's try this again. And since I believe this is more like a Long Island, I'm gonna serve it up in a Collins glass. No ice, let's see how it looks. And we're gonna top it with some club soda. Beautiful. I'm gonna do one thing really quick just for garnish, because I can. Some bitters up there on top, give you something else to smell. All right, so here's my version of the drink. And that is the original drink. You guys can look back at the original video, tell me which one you would want to try. I'm gonna drink this one. Cheers, guys, let's see how it tastes. Oh God, that is good. It's like an orange creamsicle. I actually really enjoy that. But if I made that at a restaurant, I would serve it with a straw. So, overall, I prefer my drink, and I would recommend that if you're gonna try and make this at home, I would say make it this way. The original recipe has a lot of problems with it. One, there's the whole danger of using heat and then cold right after. The second thing is that they claim to use dry ice in the original video, or at least they advise to for extra safety if you're gonna use dry ice. It's kind of difficult because the third problem with this drink, the dry ice is dangerous, that's the second problem. The third problem is that because this ice cube is up here, the only way that you can enjoy this drink is to either grab it with your hand, which is incredibly dangerous if it's dry ice, and also just messy in general if it's not. The second thing that you can do is just wait for it to melt, which will add dilution to your drink, which is one of the problems in the original recipe, but you're gonna have to order a drink and then spend forever just looking at it before you can taste it. I think this is a really cool, like, conceptual piece. I would serve this style of cocktail like this. That's my main takeaway. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for tuning in, sticking around, showing up. Thanks for all of your help and support. Hopefully I have been helpful and supportive as well, since that's why we do everything that we do here. If you learned anything during this video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to see me make any other cocktails, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video.